Hey, welcome to Lenny Schmidts Quarantine Comedy. It's a show where we talk to entertainers, live performers, entertainment professionals, all kinds of people in the performance industry that have been affected by COVID. We tell you where they're telling their jokes now, where they're singing, what they're doing, all that good stuff. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting the talent and the acts here. It's really important to us and it really helps everybody. We're on the show. We're on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 o'clock. YouTube Live. Sometimes we have shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You can catch us anytime on any of those. Do me a favor before we get going, before we go any further. If you can, like the video right away. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. It really goes a long way. It helps us. It helps me. It would be a great way to support the show if you enjoy the show. If you want to support the show further, I don't really have any sponsors. The show is sponsored by by you guys, the viewers, the guests, and everybody. If you want to step up and do something and help out, feel free. Bam! Look at that. Oh, right on my head. Go to any one of these options. I got all kinds of options. I try to make it nice and simple. If you want to support financially, go to lennyschmidt.com/if you can. That way you can. There's all kinds of ways to donate money there or support. You can go anywhere from $1 to $10,000. It's all right there. I capped it at 10 grand because I don't want to be greedy. Times are tough. It's COVID. So anywhere between $1 and $10,000 and any one of those options. lennyschmidt.com/if you can. You can go to Venmo at Lenny Schmidt Comedy. Or if you want, if you enjoy the content that much and you enjoy all my other online content, my stand-up shows, my variety shows and stuff like that, feel free to follow me and join the Patreon page. If you join the Patreon page, it's a monthly fee, also for as little as $1 or as much as $10,000. I try to keep it pretty specific. For as little as $1 to $10,000 a month, you can get all kinds of content. Not only will you see this show and the other online content, which is free and everybody sees, but you get all kinds of bonuses. You get all my albums on download. You get all the backup content we've ever shot on this show. That's close to 100 episodes. You get access to all that stuff. You get all the backup stand-up shows. You get all the online content. You can jump online and you can see that stuff and you can check it out. If you join the Patreon page, feel free to do that. And if you're a big supporter or if you enjoy, my comedy and my content online, this weekend, August 29th, will be the first of hopefully many new variety, improv, stand-up, interactive comedy shows that will stream also on live at 6 o'clock called Reconnecting Comedy. It stars me and a number of other professionals that have been on these shows before. Stephen Briggs, Lang Parker, John McClellan, lots of different videos. Keith Runyon, one of our own supporters and followers of my Patreon page, that's going to do a sketch for us. I think I mentioned Lang Parker, Aunt Millie, all kinds of sketches and characters. It's also Cody Dove. There's going to be improv where you guys can get involved. You can make comments. We'll respond online. We'll respond live. There'll be some taped content. I'm really excited about it. It's a brand new show, brand new format. It's this weekend's the first one, August 29th, 6 p.m. You can see that for free. Also, all of it's at Lenny Schmidt Comedy on YouTube. You go there, subscribe to the page, like the videos, but that's where you will see all the live content. So there you go. And this week, we have a big week. This week, we have 4 live streaming quarantine comedy shows. We have the Reconnecting Comedy. Let's bring out our first guest. What do you say? Let's do that. This is taped. I think you know that by now. This is the taped opening, so I don't screw it up. I do this 75 times, and then I eventually get it right. So now we go live, and things get messy. Things get messy right here. So just buckle up, hold on, and enjoy the show. And thank you for being here. I appreciate it very much. Subscribe to the channel. Enjoy the show. Hi, everyone. Yeah, I just went through, let's see how long we've been on. 13 minutes of no sound. This show is going fantastic. I could not be happier right now. Frank, I don't know what to tell you, man. I just sent you another password. Try to sign on with that one. You're obviously not connected to that one. When you connect with your password, Frank, I see it. I see right here, Frank Townsend, and I don't see that now. So I just sent you another password. Try that one. The rest of you guys, hi, I'm going to start over. Good to be here. What's going on? Oh, let's cut this really quick. This is, yeah, we've had tons of mistakes today. This is fantastic. This is what happens when I'm trying to do 9 things at once. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Lenny Schmidts Quarantine Comedy. I apologize. It looks like it's very possible I'm not going to have a guest. I'm going to show a clip of his stand-up here because I don't know what else I can do to get him on live. I'm out of ideas. I normally have to do this stuff beforehand, before we go, I even start, and we got started late today. So we're kind of behind the 8 ball. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let me start with this. First of all, if you live up north in Northern California, I wish you the best. Please take care of yourselves. My heart goes out to you guys, and I'm thinking about you. I spoke with Tammy Mulligan earlier today, and I spoke with, I didn't speak with Vince, but I spoke with Tammy. And it's scary up there, man. I know their family's evacuated. Two of their sons have homes up there. They're both evacuated, and they could possibly lose that home. So my heart goes out to them. My prayers go to them. And I wish them the absolute best. I thank you guys for tuning in. I know you can hear me now. Hi, everyone's saying hello. Everyone's saying hello. Everyone's saying hello. Everyone's saying hello. No one said anything to me about the sound until Keith sent me a message. I just want you all to know that right now. Normally, unless I missed it, because I got 19 different things going on here, I'm trying to sign Frank in, and I don't know if that's going to be happening. What else is going on in the news? I mentioned this. The cruises out of Italy, good cruise news. The cruises out of Italy just returned from the first runs, their first big runs, with no problems, no cases, no glitches, no issues, no nothing. They had a lot of safety procedures in place. New safe. Frank, I see you, man. Don't leave. There you go. I got Frank. Okay. Well, we're going to have Frank. This show is going to start 15 minutes late. Hang on, man. Hang on. Anyway, those cruise ships in Italy just returned back home without any problems. Nothing. No issues, no nothing. The only issue they had was something I mentioned a couple days ago, there was a family that kicked off because they didn't follow the protocol rules, and you got to follow the protocol rules. Now, that's the deal. If you get off the ship, if you have an excursion, make sure you get off that excursion and you follow their rules and you stick with them. Let's see. Hey, Vince is here. Look, Vince is here. Good. In the mists of fire, Vince is here. Getting back to the cruise ship thing, this boded well. I read 2 articles today about it. It's really good because a lot of the protocols they put into place worked very well for the ship. Everyone's very excited. Everyone's very happy. Again, the only rule was the family. They got kicked off, and that really isn't a cruise ship issue. It was the family. So if you're going to cruise or when you do cruise, please please follow the rules, man. Just do that. You're going to have to follow the rules. It's very important. Ships in the past, some ships can be lax and they're like, don't do that, and they'll give you a slap on the hand. But apparently, man, if you look at it this way, if you violate a health rule, a cruise ship is not going to put 4,000 people at risk because 4 people stayed to have extra margaritas. Okay? That's not going to happen. So you better follow the rules. You understand. It's not going to happen. And they're not going to put their whole cruise line at risk. So there you go. I think that's good news. They're leaning back now. There's positive talk about cruises starting in November. I'm excited about that. We'll see what happens. I should probably get right to Frank. No, I wanted to cover this really quick. I mentioned Papa John's just released a new buffalo chicken papadilla. I mentioned that because every time a crappy fast food place comes out with a different menu item, I have to try it. So I will be there trying it. Also, last thing. Oh, there are thresher sharks. There's a disease that thresher sharks are getting now. They're finding thresher sharks on the beaches all over the coast. And here's the deal. Some sort of brain damage disease. Whatever disease is eating up their brain, and the sharks are trying to kill themselves. They're swimming up onto the shore and trying to kill themselves. And people are going, oh no, we should save the sharks. And they run over and they throw the shark, they drag it into the water, and then the shark bites the people. This is what's happening. The sharks are losing their minds. They have no mind. They're like zombies. They are zombie thresher sharks. That's what's happening right now. Zombie thresher sharks. Thank you, 2020. Just another 2020 thing. That's all. So be aware. All right, man, let me see if I can say hello to some people here really quick. No audio. Yeah, I'm back. I am back. Thank you, Alex. See, some people noticed it. Here's all the messages that said no sound. I couldn't see those because I was trying to get Frank to sign in. No, I'm not going on Zoom, Larry. We're good here. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Larry. Hi, Vince. Vince is here. What do you say? Lenny want to shoot up here for a barbecue? Yeah, I heard there's a lot of smoking going on up there. I would love to come up there. Yay. And Brielle's here. Oh, I miss you more than you'll ever know, Brielle. Thank you for being here so much. You're adorable. I love your Instagram. I saw your picture. It's great. Folks, your guest tonight is a friend of mine. I actually have not worked with Frank. I've heard of Frank. And he's a cruise ship comic. He works all kinds of cruise ships. He does a lot of work for Levity. He also is a guy, he's from Chicago. So I'm very happy to have him here. Actually, let's take a moment right now and take a look, a little taste of my good friend, Frank Townsend. Let's see if I can do this without screwing it up. Let's close that, and let's open this, and let's give it a shot.
Every man in here can walk down the street without a thought in his head and be perfectly fine. Women can't understand that. They can't do it. You want to know why? Because women think every single second of their lives. Women think 24 hours a day. Women don't even dream at night. They have full-fledged thoughts. Fellas, you think I'm playing? While you in the bed at night, on your side of the bed, knocked out. This is what she's doing on her side of the bed. She's laying in the bed going, oh my God, ooh, today had me so tired. I almost wiped me out. I don't know how I made it through today. Ooh, I need a good night's sleep because tomorrow's going to be even worse than today was. I need all the sleep I can get. And I think I'll be able to get a good night's sleep as long as he don't put his feet on me because I don't think he's cut his toenails in about 3 weeks. Who does that? That's not even sanitary. This man's going to cut up my sheets, which means I'm going to have to stop at Target on the way home from work and buy another set of sheets. Unless I go to Macy's on my lunch and I get some better quality sheets there. Now, there's nothing wrong with the sheets at Target. They got ones for the kids' room that are perfectly fine because they feel like t-shirts. But I need something with a higher thread count to go against my body because I work hard and it helps me sleep better at night. I need something to comfort me. Plus, if I go to Macy's, I can buy that blue dress I was looking at. Now, I know I said we wasn't going to be spending any extra money because we're trying to save up for the new house. But if I buy the dress, take the tags off, roll it up, put it in my purse, I can hide it in my closet because he don't know what's in there. I can get the shoes to go with it. I can leave the shoes in my trunk because he don't go in my trunk unless I get a flat tire. Since I've been taking the highway to work, I've been doing much better with my tires than when I was doing the side streets. But to be perfectly honest, I can leave all that stuff out in the middle of the room because he don't pay attention to anything I own. To be honest, he don't pay attention to anything that I do. But I bet if that broad across the street bought a new outfit.
Folks, that's the one and only. Please welcome to my show right now, the one and only Mr. Frank Townsend. Here he is. Yeah. Look at that. We're live.
Finally.
Hey, it worked. It all worked. It usually takes me 40 minutes to get things going. Today we're ahead of schedule. This is good.
Okay, cool.
What's up, brother? How are you?
Yes. Man, I'm all right. I'm making it just like everybody else.
You're
How
surviving.
about you, man?
I'm surviving. I'm breathing, man. I'm trying to stay cool. It's hotter than it's hot as balls out here in California. I don't know. You're in Chicago, right? Or where are you at in Chicago? Plainfield?
Yeah.
Did you just? Yeah.
No, I'm a South Sider.
South Sider? Okay. Where? Where on the South Side?
95th, right off Halsted.
Wow, that's real life South Side. Okay, cool. That's good.
Oh yeah.
No, I grew up in Bridgeport.
That fake South Side that people say.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. Everybody
say
goes
that.
South Side. Like that's not really South Side.
No, it's not.
Yeah. So what's going on, brother? How are you surviving, man? How are you holding on during the COVID, the quarantine? What's going on?
Man, I'm about 5 minutes from putting a webcam in my bedroom. It's bad.
A live feed, really?
Dude.
All right, man.
Dude, I'm telling you. I'm about like 5 minutes away from doing some strange things for change. So
yeah. Are you getting out? Are you doing anything? The clubs are open back there, right, in Chicago?
Yeah, they did. I've gone through Zany's, Laugh Factory a few times. So yeah, things are opening back up. So it's looking up. So
good, man. Well, at least you're
I'm
getting
better than I was.
Yeah, no, well, you're better than we are. It's a mess out here. We're still shut down.
Oh yeah,
pretty much. People in California just can't get it together.
Nah, this is Chicago, so we got COVID and bullets.
Yeah, we don't have that here. Yeah, we have COVID and homeless. That's what we have here in LA. There's a lot of homeless everywhere.
Oh, fair enough. Dude, I saw that the last time I was there. I was riding. I saw a lot of the homeless on the side of the highway, and then I thought about it because there's a lot of traffic there. I don't think all of those people homeless. They just couldn't get back home.
Yeah, they're just stuck in the freeway. Just says, screw it, I'm
You
staying
know,
here.
they just pitch the tent. It's easier than driving back home.
Yeah, right. There you go. They have to fight traffic and just take a nap.
Right. You
I don't know
pitch
how
the
you.
tent, you get up, and you go back to work the next day.
No, right. What? So, are you originally? You're originally from Chicago, right?
Born and raised.
Yeah, not a baby. Nice. What? And now you. Where were you? Let me ask you this: where were you when the shit went down? Were you on a ship? Were you home? Did you like in mid-March? Were you out there?
I got home the day that they closed down schools in Chicago. So
Okay.
I was on the Pearl, I think. I can't remember. I think I was on the Norwegian Pearl.
Right.
The crazy part was we had to come through New York. And that was terrifying.
Oh
Because
yeah, they were a mess
head of-
then.
Oh, yeah. That was when they were in the thick of it. That was when it just hit him. The head of Port Authority got COVID the week that we were supposed to get back. So we didn't know what was going to happen when the ship docked.
Right.
It was scary.
Right. Well, dude, at least you got now. You have. I know you have at least a son, correct? Is that Franklin? Was
Yeah,
that your
yeah.
son's name? Okay. Is it just one kid or more than one?
Running around. No, just the one. And
Okay.
I think, my wife told him to stay upstairs, so I think he's going to do it this time. I don't know.
I don't care. I've had more people. My daughters usually pop into the show for no reason. How old is your son?
10.
Okay. How's that going now? Are you doing schooling at home or are you guys back in the thing?
Chicago, we won't start school until the Monday after Labor Day, so we got a little while to go, a couple weeks. But yeah, we're doing school at home for the first 10 weeks. If that goes well, then they'll see about going back to the building. So,
Jeez, that sucks, man. That's not like the old when the kids go back to school days. You know what I mean? That's a great day. That's a great week for parents.
it usually is, and that's how I knew things were serious in Chicago, because when I got home and they told me public school had stopped, because from Chicago don't stop schools for nothing.
Right.
Now,
Right.
look, they've been shooting for years in Chicago. Those kids just go right in the line of fire, just going on to class. It gets to 0 degrees here, not one. School's still going.
Yeah.
COVID stopped schools.
Yeah. Well, I remember when my kids grew up here in LA, and when I got divorced, my ex moved back there to Chicago. She lives over in the northwest suburbs. And my kids, my daughter was little. At the time she was, gosh, she's living here now. She's 16, so she was 8 or 9. She moved back to Illinois, dude. Growing up here in the beaches and shit, So she goes back there, and she was miserable. She was so pissed. The first winter, she's like, Dad, this is the worst. This sucks. I go, yes, it does suck. I don't know what to tell you.
She lived in reverse. No, you're supposed to leave cold and go to warm. Go from warm to cold.
Well,
Nobody
she came back out here now. Now they're both out here now. They said they were coming back, so they're here now. That's why I mentioned earlier, when my sound was out, that I'm moving. So we're moving to get more space. But yeah, they had to come back here because I was going to come back there when they moved back to Chicago. I go, and right when they moved is when I started doing ships, and I go. Well, I'll just travel more. And what if I just live in Chicago? I don't care. I don't give a shit. What's the big deal if I'm going to do ships? And they're like, no, don't leave L.A. I'm like, why? Because they spent and plus they spent like 3 months out of the year here anyway. They spent the whole summer here. New Year's, Christmas, or New Year's, Thanksgiving, Easter, all these weeks. They flew out on weekends and stuff. So I kept saying, I can come back there. And like, no, don't. We're coming back. And sure enough, man, they're both here now. So.
Yeah. You got warm weather kids. Remember that.
Yeah, they're beach girls, man. They're total valley. My youngest is all about the beach and the whole incense, and she's a little Venice kid. If I could live in Venice, I would live in Venice probably. That's where she needs to live. But that's the deal. So how long you been doing stand-up, dude?
I started in '96, so that's a long time. I hated that you asked me that question.
I'm sorry, man. Mine's longer, man. Most guys, any guy doing a ship has been doing it at least 20 years. You know what I mean? It seems like most ship people are 20 years in. Because you got to have you got to read a room. You know what I mean? You got to be able to play the room. Otherwise, and 20 years in, you could. I'm sure you've played every type of room you could possibly think about. You know what I mean? Every gig, from a frat club to whatever. But you can't really
everything but the triple run. That's the only one I didn't do.
No, you didn't. Did you do a Yoder run?
Yep.
It's the same thing. Don't worry about it, man. It's the same thing. It's just different climate. There's nothing
Okay,
different.
good.
You know what I love about those is that everybody's done those gigs. Like everyone. When I opened for Lewis Black at Zany's on New Year's Eve, maybe about I remember it was 2001 because it was 2 years after the millennial thing, the '99. He also did Zany's in '99 when everybody panicked about the computers falling and crashing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I worked with him in 2001, and I had just met him. I never met him before, but. I go, hey, I love your work and stuff. He goes, did you grow up here? I go, yeah. And he goes, have you ever do a Yoder run? And then we talked for hours, dude. We talked for hours. He did every shitty gig I did in the Midwest. Every comic goes through the same gamut. You know what I mean? We all do rerun. Yeah, so it's the same.
And you hope to God you never have to do them again.
Yeah, you pray that whole going up and coming down. That's the point where we're coming down. I'm like, you know what? I think I'm good. I'm gonna go drive a truck.
Yeah, I'll find a job.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find something else to do. Yeah, I'll do anything at this point. The only thing difference between a Yoder run and a Tribble run is there's a way more driving with the Tribble run. That's it.
Yeah.
Because the routings are shitty.
I was lucky because with Yoder, I stayed in Illinois because what we were doing, Danville and some other spot. So
God, I remember Danville. Yeah,
I was lucky.
That's Dick Van Dyke's town.
Really?
That's where Dick Van Dyke's from, and I believe that's where Gene Hackman lives too. I think Gene Hackman's from there. And he's back there now.
Oh my goodness, he's back.
Yeah, he quit. He left. I read about him. I love. First of all, he's my favorite actor. Like him and Denzel Washington, I think are the two. They're the best actors I've ever seen in my life. They make every role come alive so strong, and I watch it. But I was reading the thing about Hackman, and he had a dad who didn't care that he was an actor. And he would come home and somebody would say, he was doing an interview and the guy asked his dad, he goes, when you saw French Connection, what did you think about your son? He goes, oh, I never saw French Connection. and Hackman was the guy, he's like, to him, acting was a job. It wasn't like a heavy passion thing for him. He just, when he reached a point where he felt like he was good, he could retire, he just went back to Danville, I guess. That was his deal.
When I first noticed, when I first really paid attention to him, it was in a movie that I didn't like, but he was superb. Did you see the Royal Tenenbaums?
Oh, yes. That was a fantastic Wes Anderson movie, right? Is that Wes Anderson?
He was amazing in that movie because to me, the movie didn't quite hit what it was supposed to hit. I saw what they were going for, but to me, it didn't quite make it. But he was phenomenal. And after that, I just went back and watched everything I could.
Voodoo, that's the thing. Amazing. He's amazing in everything. He makes every role so real. It's amazing, man. All right, man, I'm going to jump on. Sometimes I have people that jump on the YouTube here and have comments and questions. Let me put on my old man glasses because I think there's a couple people here that might know you. Robbie Davis is here. Do you know Robbie Gandy Davis from Zany's? I always clap. She's a regular at all the Zany's in Chicago. She's seen every.
I don't know if I do.
She knows you, buddy. She knows every Chicago comic. It's amazing.
Okay.
She's unbelievably supportive. She goes literally every weekend to Zany's. It's really, really... Name tags to save my ass. Especially because we're on a different shift so often. It's not like we're there for 9 months at a time. We only go for like 2 or 3 weeks. So if we go for 2 or 3... If I'm on a couple of different shifts, I forget names like that. I'm the worst, so...
Here's what happened to me. Over the years, my eyesight got worse, so the name tags don't even help because I'm going like this.
Dude, I know. I'm getting really... I know. I hear you, dude. And it's really awkward. It's more embarrassing when it's one of the young girls and I'm staring like at their cleavage for like 4 minutes and they're like, what are you doing? I go, no, I'm sorry. I'm trying to read your name tag. I swear. They're just staring at me.
No, that's the point. That's why you go all the way and go straight to the name tag, just like that. You can't say anything. Like, what are you doing?
There's no question whatsoever.
Not at all.
Okay. All right. Robbie says hi. Westview. The kids from Westview. All right, man. My friend Brielle says hello too. She saw both of us on a ship. She saw you on the.
She was on the last cruise I did. I do believe.
She just corrected. She corrected you. She's like, no. It was the Gem. No. It was the Gem. That was the ship that you saw her on. So
that's right. It was the Gem.
Yeah, she knows.
Okay, couldn't remember which one. Thank you.
She likes to go no. She likes to go no. Even if you were telling her the same thing. Like if I went, it's daytime outside. She go, no. It's sunny. I go, okay, you're right. Fair enough. My bad.
No, wait. And the thing is, Brielle has jokes. She was cracking me up because we were watching
she's funny as hell.
Horrible things. Oh, yeah. Brielle was cracking me up. she had a lot of jokes that though we hung out for like 2 nights.
Yeah, yeah, she's great. She was dynamite. We had a good time. She's from New York or Jersey. She lives. Ooh,
Yep.
She might be pissed at me now. I think she's staying in Jersey. I don't know. All right, Matt. Let's check. I got Facebook. I got YouTube. I got all kinds of crap going on here. Something went wrong with the YouTube feed. You know, that's all right. I don't care. No, the Facebook feed. YouTube feed is working. I don't care. Oh, we're fine. We're good.
Okay.
It's all good. So born and raised Southside, man. Are you? So I'm guessing White Sox fan.
Those are the rules. Have to be. Have to be.
I like that, dude. I was talking to my brother about this yesterday. I'm really bummed and disappointed. I'm a huge Sox fan, and I mean, there's other problems to worry about, obviously, this year. But man, do I feel robbed this year? You know, I went through 4 years, 5, 6 years of rebuilding, and this is supposed to be the big, I watch them all the time now with no crowd, but and they look great. But it's just I feel horrible. It's only 60 games. You know what I mean? What a great season this would have been if it was a full season.
I'm gonna be honest though, the 60 games for baseball makes a lot of sense. Because think about all those games that nobody cares. It's games that the players don't care about.
Sure. It's a
Like,
162 game season.
Washing his car.
Yeah.
Dude, it's the longest season ever.
Yeah.
So now it makes it a lot more important. It seems to me the compactness. I'm liking that. And so. At least there can be fans in the stands. That's the only thing that makes it different to me.
No fans in the stands.
Yeah,
I keep saying the players are going to get used to that. I keep saying if the players can go out there and make the money they make and play baseball without somebody spitting at them and throwing a beer and calling them a shithead, I think that would be pretty attractive to a baseball player. You know what I mean?
Dude, Albert Bell would have killed in this time.
Yeah, he was not a fan-friendly.
Like nobody.
He was not. No,
he was
not
one of my
pleasant.
favorite players for that reason. He wanted nothing to do with nobody. All he wanted to do was play.
Just play baseball, go home.
Dude, he was throwing balls at fans. I was like, this dude is nuts.
Yeah, that guy was crazy. I remember when the Sox signed him. I thought
he would have been perfect for this season.
Yeah. Anybody? Who else? Who's the guy from the old? Who's the guy from the old days? Who's the biggest jerk in baseball? The early on. No, it's I'm trying to think. It's way back from the beginning of baseball. I can't remember. I'm going crazy. Oh, Ty Cobb. Ty Cobb, man, from like the 20s. He was a horrible, racist animal, just a pig, just a terrible human being. You read stories about him, you're like, he did that, really? I mean, he didn't care.
Now you're gonna make me look him up because I didn't know he did all that. I just knew he was Ty Cobb. You know?
Yeah, no, he was a bad.
I know he was like a racist.
He was a huge person, man. He was a huge bad person. There are no good stories about that guy. I think it was the guy in. That was the guy in. They were going to do that Field of Dreams game this year, too. You know, the movie Field of Dreams, when Yoder says we were going to enjoy Cobb. We were going to bring Cobb, but everybody hates that miserable son of a bitch. Yeah, nobody liked Ty Cobb.
Damn.
All right, man.
Come to a reunion game?
That's how bad it is. That's how bad it is, man. They hated him so much they wouldn't bring him back from the dead for a reunion game. That's some bullshit.
That's
all right,
like, no, we won't even picture.
All right, Brenda Runyon, who's a supporter of the show, has a question. Have you done? What was your? Wait. She has 2 questions. Brenda has a lot of questions.
Okay.
Have you ever worked in Florida?
The Tampa Improv.
Oh,
Tampa
nice.
Improv,
Right on.
I've done that a few.
Yeah, they live right by there. I think but I think do they still?
Ybor City, yeah.
Do they still have an improv there? I know they have a Side Splitters.
I think it's still there. The
Okay.
one in Ybor City should still be there.
Okay. And she wants to know what was your first show after the quarantine?
First show after the quarantine, did a guest spot at Zany's.
Oh, right.
No. I did Riddles on the South Side. I did a guest spot at Riddles, and since then I've done Zany's, then Laugh Factory. So yeah,
Dude,
it was Riddles.
Where's Riddles at now? Is it Worth?
111th, 2 blocks west of Cicero.
Okay, cool. All right. I used to live when I recorded my first album at the original one at 157th in Harlem, which was
the one out there. That one was a lot of fun.
That was a great room. That was back when it was 6 nights a week. I mean, I played it when it was It was packed, and it was packed every night, 6 nights. It was just chaos. It was a lot of fun. But I played
love
it.
that room.
Dude, I love that room. I love that crowd, man. I loved it. I loved it there too.
It was a blue collar crowd.
Yeah, it was. Dude, I was always amazed. I was also amazed. Like I would do it. I would do it during the winter on like a Friday or Saturday nights, and it would be sold out. And that was a big room. That room was big. It held like 250, I think 300 maybe. It was a lot of people.
Oh yeah, it was about 300. You could squeeze 3 in there.
Yeah, and you could when it was. I mean, I've done plenty of shows there where it was a blizzard, and it took me forever to get there, and everyone forever to get there. But it was packed. Everybody goes out, man. Everybody in the South, they don't give a shit. They're like, we're going out. We're not sitting in my house.
And it would be packed because the thing is, when it was time to change shows, they had to push people out to the other side because they couldn't come back through the lobby because the lobby was already packed.
Yeah, there was a second door there. Yeah, everybody just left the room and they loaded people on the other side. Yeah, God, I missed that room. That room was a lot of fun. I used to live
when it was closed.
Oh,
they closed the room. They didn't tell anybody.
No way. Is that before? No, because it was for a while. It was KJ Riddles, and then Ken sold his side to John, and then John ran it, and then John closed it, and then Kenny reopened it, and then it left there again.
It was so funny because I think it was me and Kevin Bozeman that were supposed to work, and nobody told us. We just went.
He
closed the door.
That's always the worst.
Then you pull the door and then you read the sign like.
No phone call, nothing.
Nothing. And then that was when they went up to Michigan. He had a room in there in Michigan for a while.
Okay.
That was actually a nice little the Laughing Post or something.
Yeah, I never did. By then, I was already out of there, man. I was gone by then.
Oh, yeah.
So I never did the Laughing Post, and I lost track of John. I know I see Kenny. I talk to Kenny on Facebook every once in a while, but Johnny, I completely lost track of. I have no idea where Johnny went. But we used to go.
How's Kenny doing? I was talking to him.
He was good. He had some surgery a few years ago. And his sister, I think his sister Patty, right? His sister Patty. We're friends on Facebook
yeah, I still
too.
talk to her. I talked to her recently.
Yeah, their family. They were great, man. His family, because his family would come out, his mom, they would come out and support the shows all the time. They're always at the shows.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, so they were great. Anytime I played that room, I loved it because I got to see Patty and everybody that was there. So, it was really a good time. So, I haven't talked to him in a few years now. It's been quite some time. But when Johnny owned the place, we used to go to White Sox games like crazy. I mean, we did a lot of White Sox games. Yeah. So... But those days are gone. And then I moved. I lived over by Sinise's, where Sinise's used to be. I lived across the street from Sinise's for about 4 years, off of Central, right? 103rd and Central. How's the weather there now, man?
It's scorching this week. It's gonna be in the 90s all week long.
Oh, shut up! It's scorching. It's like 107 here. It's so hot.
I'm
dying.
But it's Chicago's 90 degrees.
Yeah, you got that.
You know what that means.
Yeah, it's hard to walk.
It's like walking through a bowl of soup.
Yeah, it's really thick. Everything is thick and it's just covered and killing you.
Dude, it's like it's laying on you. The heat lays on you here.
Yeah, no, it's the worst, dude. You sweat in the shower. I don't miss that at all. I don't miss any of that stuff from Chicago. Okay, here's another question. This one's from Tammy Mulligan, who is living in the California fires as we speak right now. She's just north of me in the middle of 1,300 fires. She wants to know if you've ever done the San Francisco comedy competition.
The Bay Area Comedy Festival?
Yeah.
Yep, sure have.
Oh, right on. Nice, dude. I auditioned for that and got shot down. Good for you, man. That's a great festival.
It was a lot of fun. We did a lot. So I made it one round, and that was it. So...
Yeah, but you made it around. That's good, dude. That's a good hang. Festivals are a good hang, and there was a time when that was the only festival in town in the country. Before Aspen, before HBO, before all that stuff. In San Francisco, the competition was the biggest. It was the biggest deal ever. There was that and Seattle, which my agent Ron used to run the Seattle comedy competition. I think he still does. Actually, that one still goes on as well up in Seattle. I don't know if it's going on now, though.
I haven't done a festival in a while. No. I did Just for Laughs when it was here in Chicago. That was the last festival I'd done.
Okay.
So that's been what? 5 years? Something like that?
I don't know. I do. Once you start working on the ships, bro, that takes up most of your time. It's good work on the ships.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun too.
Dude, I heard, man, I never
know.
got a chance to work with you. I heard you crush it out there. I watched your clip. We showed some of your clip right before you came out here, man. So, but I heard you tear it up out there.
Yeah, that joke's hard to do.
Dude, that's a rant joke. It's perfect. It builds. You know what I mean? You just got to keep going and going and going and going and going.
So, I mean, I had to work on my breathing for that because I don't
Yeah.
rant like that. So,
Dude,
that was tough for me.
Dude, I have like 4 or 5 jokes that I got to breathe. I do a bong thing that I have to make sure I exhale completely before I do the joke. Otherwise, I can't do the joke the right way. You know what I mean? So,
They have
and
no
the more
idea
you
what we go through to tell some of these jokes.
no, when you start performing especially when you're on the ship, because we're doing a lot more shows on a ship than you are like on a land club, or you might do, and on land you'll do a 10 minutes spot here and there, or you'll do a weekend gig here and there.
Yeah.
But on the ship, you're doing 7 to 10, 30-minute shows every week. So you start to learn. You're like, all right, I better work on my breathing here, otherwise I'm going to have a headache for the rest of the night.
Oh, yeah.
You start to pace
Or
yourself.
you're going to lose your voice.
Dude.
On the ship, it's serious.
Dude, I blow my cords. I'm really heavy on my vocal cords, especially during the show. I kind of blast really hard on the cords. So I've learned, and my ex-wife taught me this because she was a theater major, how to work from your diaphragm. It helps because it's otherwise after 5 shows.
I need help with that.
Yeah, dude, it changes everything because after 5 shows, once I start to get hoarse, I know I'm just going to be hoarse until I'm done working for a week or 2. Because once I get there, I can't get it back. Yeah, it's all messed up. And you don't realize talking for 30 minutes nonstop, man, takes a lot. I get a headache. I really get a headache if I can't hear the monitor, because then I get louder, because then I can't hear, and then my head starts to, you know what I mean, starts to pressure my head. Plus, I had that Chicago. I talked like Chicago, so I push everything through my nose. So the nasally thing is putting the pressure on my brain. It's not healthy, man. I'm not healthy, Frank. I'm not healthy at all.
And then you're breathing that ship air. It's hard to breathe in there sometimes.
Yeah, dude, you got to either go out in the port or at least get upstairs and get outside, go deck 8, walk around, get some air in the afternoon, man. Otherwise, sleeping in those cabins every night, so many nights, too many weeks in a row, man, it starts to get to you. After 3 weeks in a row in a ship, like the longest I've done in a row in a ship has been 3. It might be more now moving forward if they're going to do this. They might ask you to stay longer. I don't know what they're going to do, but if I get to the 6 days into that 3rd week, I get a little goofy. You know what I mean? I'm like, I got to get out of here. This is too much time in one.
My first contract with Levity was 6 weeks.
Wow.
And I was excited because, that's 6 weeks of good money. I was like,
Yeah.
the first 3 weeks, I was happy because, you get money, you're not cooking, all of that stuff. You go, okay, cool. The middle of week 4, I walked around the ship. I walked through the buffet. I was like, I can't eat any of this anymore.
Yeah, right. Isn't it amazing? The first couple of weeks, like, this is the best. Look at it. Woohoo, woohoo. Big plates of food, Yep. You're eating. You're like, seafood night. Hell yeah. You're eating a bunch of food. After about a month,
3 weeks in?
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna have an
You
apple
go
and go
off
work out.
You eat everything at port. You don't care what it is. I sneak food back on. I do. In Miami, I will slide a foot long in my backpack and eat off of it for 2 days once I get it back to my room.
Dude, I get off and eat every time we're in port or in Miami. I love You ever go to the Knife? You ever been in the Knife?
It's the Knife in Miami?
Yeah, the Knife. I don't know if it's going to be there anymore because of COVID. You know what I mean? COVID's ruining everything.
Yeah.
So, but it was a place over there in Bayside, right? The little mall that was right off of the Miami port. And it was it was across from, it was near Hooters. And it was just kind of all you can eat Nigerian.
How did I miss that place?
Dude, I don't know, but it was buried back there. But the first time I went,
second floor.
Yeah, and it's all you can eat. It's Bavarian. Or what is it? It's Hungarian. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of like, you've been to Fogo de Chao, like Brazilian steakhouses, stuff like that. It's similar to that. The only difference is you bring your plate up to a grill, and there's a guy back there on the grill, and he's got every type of meat you can think of. Well, it's already par cooked, so you just go, I'll take some ribeye and some tri-tip and some ribs or chicken, and he'll give you a plate, and they have a salad bar, but then you get like 2 beers. For lunch, it's the best deal. It's like $20, 2 beers, and a plate of food, or you get a glass of wine or something. But, dude, I went there all the time. It's a lot of meat, man. It's a lot of meat, so you got to know. I would not eat.
It's on the same side as Hooters.
I believe.
It's on that same.
Yeah, it's over their second floor. It's kind of Hooters. It's like in the mall part or whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
If it's still going to be there. I don't know if I think it's a chain. I'm not sure if it's a chain. I think it's a chain, but I don't know how. Dude, so many places are going to close because of COVID, so I don't know what to expect. People are
it's going to be wild when we do finally get back. So,
dude,
you said MSC had a cruise going. How did that go?
Well, I mentioned in the thing before the show, two things happened on that cruise. One is, I don't know if you heard, 4 days ago, they kicked a whole family off. The whole family, they kicked, because this is the best part. They get off at a port, and the family is on excursion. They go, now we're just going to go walk around the city. And they told, you can't do that now. They go, you have to stay with your group of people. Otherwise, you're risking bringing COVID back onto the ship. So they come back to the port. They will let them on the ship. They go, no, we can't. You broke the rules. So they literally had to go leave. So after that happened, all the other cruises came back and no problems, no positives, no COVID, no nothing. So all the protocols, like I was reading an article about it today, they were watching these cruises because a lot of the protocols they put into place are a lot of the ones they're trying to implement now. They wanted to know how they worked, and they worked like a charm. The only problem was the people, and that wasn't really a ship issue. That's the stupid families issue. So. If anything, I keep telling people you should know better. Now follow the rules. You know what I mean? Because they're going to kick you off. They're not going to risk 4,000 people getting sick because two guys want to go have some tacos.
Now, are you like me, and when people get kicked off, you kind of like it?
I love it. I think it's the best.
Does my heart good.
Because there's always a reason. They always think they can get away with shit. That's why. You know what I mean? They're always like, they won't care. And you go, yeah, they're going to totally care, dude. They're going to care.
Do.
Yeah. And there's certain things you get kicked off. I love even more when I've seen this happen. I was on the Bliss early on when it launched, right after you were. We talked on the phone. Yeah, I was with Vince. Remember?
We passed each other because I left because I got on the Bliss in Nova Scotia, was it?
Yeah. You did the launch. You did the crossing or whatever. I did. Yeah. I called you. I was in Cozumel. I think Cozumel with Orly and Vinny, and we were at a bar. We were at a pool thing, and we called you and we were talking on the phone. And I knew I was getting on the ship right after you, so I said something about it. But anyway, I get on the ship and this guy comes in. He gets drunk the first night. And he's real ass. It's the first night. He's just a complete ass. Mm-hmm. And nothing makes me happier than when they cut someone off on the first day because everyone's like, they're not going to do that. And I go, yeah, they do it all the time. And they'll be like, what? I bought the package. You're like, doesn't matter. They don't give a shit.
You're an ass. That's what it is. That's what matters.
You can't act. You can't act like an animal because the rest of the people are like, what is going on? Why is this guy? You know what I mean? They don't want the ship ruined for everybody else. But I love that when they cut people off. It's my favorite thing. The favorite thing in the world. I was on a Carnival ship once. My buddy Kirk, who's not there anymore, but he's a cruise director, and this kid was heckling me from the bar, and I said something from the stage, and he goes, I said something about him drinking. He goes, yeah, I got the all-you-can-drink package. I go, well, you better shut up or you're not going to have it anymore. And he goes, that's bullshit. They won't do that. And Kirk was in the room. He goes, yes, I will. And it was the best thing in the world. Shut him up on the spot. I'm like, there you go. See? You got to shut up.
So, quick.
Go ahead.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What's the wildest thing that happened to you at one of your shows on the ship?
Oh, man. Well, there's a million stories of somebody throwing up in the room. There's a few of those.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, the one story I was just telling about the guy in the Bliss is a good example. This guy walked in. It was a family show, by the way, 7:00 show. It's early. Uh-huh. This guy walks in a pair of shorts and a robe. And that's it. Mm-hmm. And it's 25 minutes in, bro. I'm almost done. I'm getting ready to do the closer and wrap it up and get the hell out of here. So this guy walks in and obviously makes a scene of coming into the room and walks up to the front row, looks around, doesn't see a chair, goes to the back, grabs a chair, drags it to the front. And I look at him and then I say something. I go, hey, I said something like, the spa's the other end because he was wearing a robe. And he just starts... and then he starts heckling, and I mean hardcore heckling. That whole, you must be the first guy because the first guy always sucks. And I'm like, oh, okay, we're gonna do this, all right. So, Yeah, so I laid into. I gave him a bunch of. I gave him a bunch. I hit him a couple times with some lines, and then he asked me if I was fat shaming him, and I go what? He goes, you're fat shaming me in front of all these people. Are you fat shaming me? And he's got no shirt on, gut hanging out. And I'm like, I think my job is done, dude. I don't think I need to. Yeah. But then afterwards, he's got to go to the level, like, you're talking about people getting kicked off or cut off or whatever. After the show, he raises it a level where he goes to security. He's going to complain about me. So now it's an issue. And now the next day I got to go to security, have a meeting and the whole deal. And I go in, I go, look, I'll tell you what happened. And the security guy cut me off because they don't even bother. He goes, I just need you to come in and sign the sheet because we had 7 other complaints. 4 bartenders complained about him. We kicked him out of 2 bars. I mean, the guy was a nightmare. And he was cut off. He was on his honeymoon. It's the best part. It's even better. He was on his honeymoon, and he got cut off and embarrassed in front of his fiance. So he complained to he wrote a letter to the cruise director. That's why he ended up in the office. He wrote this letter, this email, this whole thing. But he was a complete ass, and then they cut him off the rest of the cruise. So I love it. That's what happened to me. What about you?
I got a lap dance during the middle of a show.
Damn it. Why do you one-up me on my own show, you jerk? That's the best.
Man.
This wasn't a family.
It was the first adult show on the cruise that week. And this woman, she was so obnoxious that before the show even started, people were moving away from her.
Right.
So she had started talking from the second she hit the door. She talked through the host. That was 10 minutes.
Right.
So she was talking through like the first 8 of mine. And I tried to ignore her, but finally I couldn't overtalk her. So I hit her with a few jokes. And she got up. She's drunk as shit. And she stood up in that center aisle. We were on the escape. And so pretty much all of After Midnight is at this show. And so she stands up in that center aisle. And she comes over. She stands right in front of me. And I'm looking at her. She's drunk. There's nothing she can do to me. So she stands next to me. I'm like, what are you going to do? She straddles me while I'm sitting on the bar stool in a miniskirt.
Oh, man.
And gives me a lap dance.
Oh, nice. All right.
I can still see Daryl from After Midnight's face. He was looking like, oh, he's going to get fired. His eyes were this big. Oh, Frank's getting fired. There's no way he's going to make it.
This is too bad. It was good knowing him.
She gets off. And now, because I know the rules, I can't touch her, can't hit her or anything. So I got the mic stand on this hand, and I got the microphone in this hand. So you can see that I'm not doing anything to this woman. She gets off. I look her dead in the eye, and I go, that's the sorriest fucking lap dance I ever had in my life. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Oh, that's rough.
At which point, so the audience is like dying. And then, I look down at my pants. I have on brand new black jeans. So you know how brand new black jeans look. They're pitch black.
Right.
There was a like a powder from where she was, because she had on like a skirt. You know, sometimes women will put the powder on the inside of their thighs to keep them safe, and I guess, I don't know.
Right.
So, but there's a white strip across my pants, and I'm like, the hell did you do to my pants? I was like, you're not even a real white woman. This shit comes off.
Ah, great line.
Oh my goodness. And then it got to the point where, because she started heckling the audience, they started heckling her. I refereed the fight. I had a blast. And then finally, I told her, because I got tired of it, and I said, look, if I tell you to shut up, I'm going to get in trouble. But if the audience does it, that's just passenger on passenger crime. I counted to 3. Counted to 3. The whole room said, shut the fuck up. And so she's arguing with them again.
Oh, God.
Then a passenger started to count to 3, and they did it again. So finally, she walks out of the room, and as she's walking out, everybody's applauding, and I say, now I need everyone in the room to write a positive comment card for the negative one she's about to write right now.
Yeah, right.
Dude, she went right out to the atrium, stood in the middle of the atrium, drunk as hell, and screams out, the comedian has ruined my cruise. So you know the front desk is freaking out.
Yeah, great.
At which point they call Susie. Susie's asleep. They call her. She gets on her clothes. She runs up there to meet the woman, but the woman's gone.
Right.
So Susie comes to the show. Luckily, the show was close to wrapping up, so everybody had told Susie what happened before I even got off stage, so I wasn't in trouble. But she just had to come up there. But the best part, because you know this, the best part was when I told people to go fill out those comment cards, literally half the room went out and did it.
Yeah.
So, like, when that person complains and they write out a comment, it gets logged into the system, and everybody who works the ship can look at the complaints the next day. So the next day, you see her complaint against me.
Right.
Then you see the flood of complaints against her after that. It was at least 75.
Yeah, right.
It was nuts.
Good. Yeah, because they'll step up. They'll step up and get your back. You know what I mean? All the people.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's always that person that acts like an ass and thinks they're being funny or cool. I always appreciate when it's the first night too, because I'm like, the next 7 days, the people are gonna call you shithead. That's it. You've got a nickname now, or whatever name you throw at her. You know, they're gonna call her, you know, bad stripper, bad dancer, bad. You know, everything that happened in that show is gonna be brought up every day on the cruise for the next 6 days.
The crazy part was, for the rest of the cruise, everybody always told me exactly where she was. There she is over there.
Yeah, they bring it up. Yeah.
Oh, you know, the last night I had to do the clean show, the last show of the cruise, which is never full. It's always half empty because it's the last night.
The last night, yeah.
Man, that room was jam packed, and everybody was coming to see if I was going to tell the story of what happened. But it was a kids show, so I couldn't do it.
Right.
They actually sat their kids in the hallway so I could tell that story.
Oh, that's the best. That's the best.
It was like 15 kids in the hall.
Talk about it for his 15 kids out front holding purses. Just miserable.
It was like, my mom has us out here. I was like, okay, cool.
okay, cool.
I'll tell it. As long as I'm not getting in trouble, I'll tell it.
Yeah, right on. Well, good for you, man. Yeah, that's the worst. It's easy to flip it around, man. But anyway, always. You know, they're always the ones that complain, but they're always the ones that everybody else goes, no, that guy was an ass or whatever.
Oh, yeah, pretty much.
Right.
The
All right,
ship's
man.
been running long enough. They know the legit stuff.
Yeah, you're right. Especially entertainment, they figure it out. You know what I mean? They know, and you get to a point with a cruise director, you can read right away and go, all right, what else? What else happened? You know what I mean? Or what really happened? And you're like, okay, here's what really happened. So that's why I always respect any entertainment professional on those ships that'll come to you for your side of the story. That's really important. You know what I mean? And they do that. That's what saves it. They do that. They go, we need to talk about this. You're like, all right, let's do it. You know, because complaints are complaints. You got to deal with them. All right, man, we're gonna rock, dude. This was good. This went perfect. Hey, I know you got to go do that thing. You got to get out of here, man. You got a thing to go do. What do you got to? You want to push something? You got an album? You got anything? You got a Facebook page, a YouTube? What do you want? Tell the people where they can find you. What you've been doing? What you're gonna be doing?
Man, I'm cutting grass at the house. Taking my son for bike rides. This is nothing for us to do.
I know.
So
there's nothing.
Follow me on Facebook, Frank Townsend. Instagram, Frank Townsend 50. You can find me there. You'll see a lot more coming from me lately. A lot more videos will be popping up that I'll be doing. So
yeah. Right, because he's going to have that webcam set up in the bedroom soon. So I'm sure that's going to be some good footage.
That's different. That's different. But
that's a different. You need a password. You need a password for that information. Okay.
Oh yeah. But inbox me for that.
Yeah. All right. A little on the down low. Folks, that's Frank Townsend. Frank, thank you so much for being here, man. I appreciate it. Sorry about the glitches at the beginning, but that's what I do. I'm not good. So, all right, folks, that's Frank Townsend. Everybody give him a round of applause. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Everybody, that's the one and only, my good friend Frank Townsend. Guys, you were great. Thank you for being here so much. Thank you for bearing with me through the chaos, through the. This will look great when I edit it afterwards, both the podcast and the YouTube video. I will edit out the first 10 minutes of me talking to dead air. It's great that I did that. That's fantastic. What are you going to do? If you enjoyed the show, once again, feel free to support. Bam, there you go. LennySchmidt.com/if-you-can. You can go there. You can support financially. You can go to Lenny Schmidt Comedy on Venmo or join the Patreon page. Again, folks, if you enjoy the other content, you enjoy my stand-up and all the stuff I've been doing online, this weekend, Saturday night, 6 o'clock, we're doing Recalculated Comedy. It's a new variety show. I've got tons of people on there. I've got a bunch of sketches. I got at least 7 different videos. It's going to move very fast. It's going to be a lot of fun. A couple live segments. As I mentioned, our good friend Keith Runyon will be there, and then other comics will be there that you've seen on the show. Stephen Briggs, Lang Parker, Stephen Briggs, Lang Parker, Cody Dove, John McClellan. So many people will be on that show. I'm looking forward to it. The rest of you guys, you've been great. Thank you so much for being here. Please take care of yourselves. Enjoy. I will see you in 2 days. Wednesday, I have another Chicago comic who will be here. Lisa Alvarado will be here. She'll be here Wednesday night. And as far as the rest of you guys go, thank you so much. You're the best. And as always, Be safe up north, please. Be very safe up north of California. Vince, if you're still here, take care of yourself and your wife and your family. I wish you and the kids the best. Please be careful. The rest of you guys, simply just dream of Pinky.
Lenny Schmidts Quarantine Comedy is hosted and produced by, Lenny Schmidt, duh. If you enjoyed today's show, like the video on YouTube, give it a thumbs up or a way to go or whatever the most popular social media thing these kids today are doing. It goes a long way and it really helps us out. Check the description below for info on all today's guests, as well as the host. If you're a fan, you can follow them, like them, or even support them. Go to their site or page and hit their Venmo, PayPal, buy a shirt, an album, a download. Anything you will spend will literally help save the arts. In fact, if you want to support this show, just go to Venmo at Lenny Schmidt. It will help pay for all the stuff that my dad keeps breaking. Lenny Schmidts Quarantine Comedy airs on Facebook Live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific Time. Each show is recorded, then uploaded to YouTube and released as a podcast the very next day. Also at 6 p.m. Pacific Time. Everything's 6 p.m. We keep it simple. That's all we can handle. Thank you for listening to my dad's show, and as always, dream of Pinky.